Sitting in a classroom surrounded by other parents, I was appalled by the list of chores we were being given. As a full-time working mum of 4 children, my free time is already limited to how long I can stay locked in the toilet before my 3-year-old grabs his chair and tries to break the door down. So, I asked 2 simple questions. What are we raising the money for? And how much do we need? The money was needed for classroom supplies and they hoped to raise $4,500. I looked around the room and did some quick calculations. At 50 parents, that was only $90 per head. Time for another question. WHO's up for putting in $90 each, so we don't need to undertake any fundraising activities this year. The show of hands was unanimous. The teachers got their cash and the parents got a year's reprieve from time-consuming fundraising activities that often generate less income than they cost. Here are some things worth considering before placing the extra demands of volunteering on parents. 1. Parents should be involved in their kids' schools. Don't get me wrong, I am all for parents coming together in the spirit of creating a school community that fosters a positive educational experience for our children. But spending $100 on ingredients to bake cupcakes sell for $30 at the cake stall doesn't achieve that, or anything else for that matter. If you are going to make me part with my hard-earned time or cash, you'd better give me a very good reason. 2. People will happily volunteer, if you give them a good reason. The outpouring of community assistance in times of disaster, and the ongoing support shown to charities, is proof that people are willing to volunteer if they consider their efforts will produce a tangible positive result. Schools lose out on potential volunteers because they focus on the task, yet another bake sale, rather than the reason for the task. We are seeking to raise $25,000 to buy a new jungle gym to replace the one that is rapidly becoming unsafe. 3. You need to understand their reason for volunteering. Schools also lose out on volunteers because they don't understand what motivates someone to volunteer. Schools often assume that parents are motivated by because it will benefit your child, but there are other reasons parents volunteer, such as: when you understand what motivates people, you can develop compelling communications that truly resonate with parents. For example, when a school is seeking $25,000 in funds for a new jungle gym, a parent may be motivated to donate by the fact all donors will be recognized on a commemorative plaque. 4. Ad hoc volunteering is the critical segue between an uninvolved and involved parent. Potential volunteers are also lost when schools only promote the long-term volunteering roles, like sitting on the P&C board. Asking an uninvolved parent to sit on the P&C is like asking someone to marry you on a first date. In both cases, the person doesn't know you well enough to commit to a long-term relationship, and he or she is far more likely to, very sensibly, run away from the crazy person in front of him or her. That time, 6:30 p.m., is bedtime in our household.